From new skin updates, from dev drama to character buffs. Yo guys, you won't believe what just leaked right now in Forsaken. We got some crazy stuff like the secret huge slasher buff, an interview with the devs, and even some wild drama in the community. Let's jump right in. Let's talk about buffs and slasher mates. You're really gonna love this one. So here's how Raging Pace used to work. You hit the ability, slasher would stop moving for a second, and then it would finally kick in. And if you've ever been in a chase, you know pause felt painful, survivals was just zoom in ahead, and by the time you started moving again, it was like, welp, there goes my chance. But with the new update, that all changes now, Slasher keeps walking while Raging Pace activates. That tiny adjustment does just sound like much at first, it's huge. You barely lose distance anymore, and you still get that big stamina boost, which is what makes Raging Pace so strong. And picture this, you're chasing down a survivor, round around a corner, you pop a Raging Pace, and instead of freezing in place, you keep moving. Faster and scarier than before. That survivor, they're panicking because now you're right on them instead of the way back. Honestly, this buff might finally give Slasher a chance to shine. People always said he's one of the weakest killers because he doesn't have any range moves, but with this smooth chase like this, he feels way more threatening. And who knows, this might just be the first step towards a full Slasher rework in the future. But here's the real question. Do you guys think this buff is enough to make Slasher scary again? Or does he still need more tools to complete with the other killers? Drop your thoughts below. Oh, I know a lot of Slasher mains have been waiting for something like this. Okay, this next part is kind of messy, so let's break it down. Basically, some Forsaken players and creators got into a huge fight online, and it blew up way bigger than anyone expected. Here's what went down. First, one of the players tried setting boundaries with the community that first should have been in the end of it, but instead someone else decided to leak their private info. Yeah, not cool at all. And once that happened, things really spiraled. Suddenly people were spreading rumors, screenshots, and nobody knew what was real anymore. But here's the first twist. Turns out one of the people involved was actually one doing the most messed up things behind the scenes. And instead of owning up to it, they flipped the story to make themselves look like the victim. That's crazy. When the community really snapped because people realized they've been tricked. Now everyone's waiting for an official response, a video to clear things up once and for all. Until then, the big takeaway is don't believe everything you see online without proof. Drama can get ugly fast, and sometimes the loudest person isn't the one telling the truth. But I want you to know, should Forsaken devs step in when drama like this gets too big, or should the community handle it itself? Or should the community handle it themselves? Drop your thoughts below in the comments below. I'm curious where you guys stand. Now on to something way more exciting. A YouTuber called Perhaps Kit sat down with Forsaken devs, including the CEO Isaac himself. And guys, the stuff that they reviewed is actually game changing. Let me break it down. First up, reworks. Some killers and survivors might be getting full reworks in the future. And yes, Slasher mains, this means you. The devs know Slasher struggles with the looping since he's the only one killer without a ranged attack. Imagine if this rework gave them a new move to finally deal with that. Slasher can go from the weakest to one of the most feared killers in the game. Next, the new Halloween event. They don't just want new skins anymore. They talked about adding new modes, event currencies, and actually gameplay. Imagine logging in for Halloween and finding a limited time mode that actually is totally different from the main game. Way more exciting than just another outfit, right? Our next thing that we got, collab killers. This one blew my mind. They teased a killer inspired by Roblox games like Bomber from Super Bomb Survival. That means we could see Forsaken crossover with games like Boxburg or Natural Disaster Survival. Imagine running from a disaster killer while trying to survive absolute chaos, and this is the best way possible. Our next thing is update schedules. The devs are aiming for big updates every 1 to 2 months, like new chapters or major killers, then smaller updates in between with new stops, skins, or modes. That's the perfect balance, huge drops to look forward to, with smaller updates to keep the game fresh in between. Another thing that's up and coming is new game modes. Once the new update is finished, they want to add more game modes similar to Die of the Dead, like one of the Bounce in Edition. That means more variety, so you're not always playing the same loop objectives. And finally, the next update that's happening are more objectives. They mentioned moving beyond just generators. Future matches might have personal survivor objectives that you complete individually. That means no two games would feel the same, and it could make every background way more unpredictable. Honestly, all of this combined makes Forsaken Future sound amazing. If the devs actually pull this off, Forsaken could be one of the most varied and exciting Roblox horror games out right now. But I gotta ask you guys something. Which of these reveals is your favorite? Would you rather see a collab killer or brand new game modes? Comment below. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!